Hi, my name is Vinayak Fogat, and today I'm going to use a real example from Ford Motor Company under CEO Alan Mulally to connect our four course topics. The story focuses on one moment in Ford's turnaround, the first time an executive openly showed a red status in a weekly leadership meeting. That moment mattered because it changed the culture from hiding problems to solving them together. Before the turnaround, Ford was struggling badly. The company was losing billions, and one of the biggest internal problems was not just financial performance, but company leaders were not always working from one honest version of the truth. Problems were often softened, delayed, or hidden. That matters because when people are afraid to share bad news, organizations lose the chance to respond early. Instead of solving problems, they start protecting the appearances. One of Mulali's biggest changes was creating a structured weekly meeting called the Business Plan Review, or BPR. According to McKinsey, this meeting brought together Ford's global leadership team every week, and it became the foundation for keeping everyone aligned on what was happening inside the business and outside in the market. Good meetings need a clear purpose and the right participants, openness, and clear actions steps afterward. That is exactly what Molelli built. Ford held this review weekly, on the same day, at the same time and place, with mandatory attendance for senior executives. That structure turned the meeting into a real management system instead of just another discussion. Now we get to the key moment. In one business plan review meeting, an executive finally marked part of his report red because of a serious issue affecting a vehicle launch. The room went silent because in that culture, showing red could feel dangerous. People expected blame. But instead of criticizing him, Mulally clapped. He said, "This is great visibility," and then asked who can help him with this right away. Other leaders offered support. Quality leaders and procurement leaders stepped in to help solve the issue. IMD describes this as the defining moment because after that, more red and yellow issues started appearing in meetings. People understood that honesty would be met with support, not punishment. In our course, we learned that conflict and difficult conversations should focus on solving the problem, not attacking the person. We also discussed the HERE framework. Hedge your claims, emphasize common agreement, acknowledge the other person's perspective, and reframe in positive terms. That is basically what Mulally did in real time. He did not shame the executive. He acknowledged the issue, kept the focus on the shared goal, and reframed this red status as something valuable because now the team could respond. This story also shows persuasion and delegation at work. Persuasion is described as changing attitudes, opinions, or behaviors by using both emotion and reason. Mulally did both. The reason came from the shared meeting system, the data, and the status reviews. The emotional part came from the tone he set. He made people feel safe enough to tell the truth. He did not just demand honesty, he made honesty socially acceptable and useful. That is powerful persuasion because it changes both mindset and behavior. Delegation means clearly defining the assignment, the timeline, the level of authority, and how progress will be monitored. That is what turns discussion into execution. Mulely's response was not just thanks for sharing, it was now that we see the problem, who owns the next step? So the meeting created visibility and delegation created movement. The main lesson from this for example is that leadership is not just about making decisions. It is about creating the conditions where the truth can surface, where people can disagree productively, and where actions follow quickly. A final line that captures the whole idea comes from Ford's own 24-hour rule. You can't manage a secret. I think that sentence explains why this example matters so much. The moment Ford stopped hiding problems was the moment it became more capable of solving them.